We're good.
We're good? Hi guys, me again, Charlene here at Inglis Jewellers in the Trill location. And we have our lovely Michelle behind the camera.
Hi, everyone.
And I'm very happy to introduce our goldsmith here. The beauty behind who makes all the beautiful jewelries. So this is our goldsmith. She's the one that does all the magic work and behind the scenes. So we thought it would be a good opportunity for people to see who is the one working on their jewelry. Hi, Tina.
Hi.
Hi.
We're making Tina be out among people today.
Yeah. Tina is more comfortable behind the doors, but she's doing a special appearance for us today. Just today. So, Tina, we thought, let's talk about what things we work on. What kind of things, every day-to-day things do you work on?
Mostly at first just go through everything that just came in the day before, just to sort things out and make sure whomever's been waiting longest gets their stuff done first. We do a lot of cleaning inspection, saves on losing a stone, less money that way. Chain solder, ring sizing, tightening stones, so on and so on.
Yeah, we do engravings here. Yeah, I mean, really, there's not much that this girl, honestly, cannot do. She does it all. I mean, I've had a customer come to me with a handful of diamonds and a broken mount because she had her hand caught in the elevator, and Tina made it work. She put it all back together. So we're very, very fortunate to have her. She honestly is.
She's a magician.
She is a magician. She's our lifesaver. So, and honestly, I've had some of my biggest sales because sometimes it's frustrating when you have a ring that you want to really buy and it only goes up to here on your finger. Tina, we send them for lunch and they come back and they're able to put it on and it makes all the difference. I mean, it's like a shirt that's the wrong size.
Or sometimes it's like, oh, I like that diamond, but I like this mount better. So we can switch them out and you don't have to wait for a month. Like we do it right here, so.
Absolutely. We are so fortunate to have a goldsmith right on
It's true.
site.
And that's a benefit, I think, of Inglis Jewellers in general, is that we have 3 goldsmiths across our stores.
Yes.
So we don't send things out. These are you can meet the people who are working on your jewelry.
Absolutely. And I think some people get that confused. They think because our goldsmith is on site that they can just come in and get their chain solder right on site. I want to let you know, though, I think this is a great opportunity for us to kind of give you a little bit of history back on that. We take in here at the Truro store between 50 and 60 repairs a day. So every time that, potentially something comes up, like say there's a medical alert bracelet that needs to be done right away, we can't stop Tina in that process because she could potentially be setting, doing a custom or setting a really nice diamond or doing something else, a chain that the father just passed away last week. Everything is important here. We don't prioritize whether you have a 10-carat diamond or a $50 chain. It's all the same to us. It's important for us to make sure we treat everyone's product the same.
Can't cut the line. You can't cut the line. Like going to the movies.
But Tina, it's only a quick fix.
It's a quick fix, but there's also 30 quick fix that came in just before you, and maybe 25 time-consuming repairs. How do I justify cutting you in front of the line in front of these people? So I have to tell these people, no, you have to wait because this lady wants, or this gentleman wants their chain fixed right away. Well, I wish in a perfect world it was that way, but it's not. It's just whomever came in first, and that's just the way it is to treat everybody fairly.
Everyone's equal here. Same with the sales process. I mean, if you're buying a $10 watch or a $50,000 diamond, it's all important to us. Especially in today's times, every bit counts.
Everybody's important.
Yeah, and another thing that's kind of been setting us back is getting supplies and stuff, Tina, right? I mean, our manufacturers, they're working, a lot of our, where she gets her findings in clasp and different parts that she needs for, the factories are on skeleton crews, and so something that used to take us like 2 weeks is now taking us 3 or 4 or 5 weeks. So it's honestly not Inglis Jewellers' way. We don't want to be in this, but we're all in this crazy bubble together, and we're just trying to make the best of it.
And the thing is, too, a lot of our suppliers are Canadian, correct? Yes. So, if they're in Ontario, where there are lockdowns right now as well, or I know one of our suppliers is in Winnipeg, and they had an outbreak at their facility. So we're just, dealing with what's happening with our suppliers as well as what's happening here.
Absolutely. So bear with us. We are trying, we're here, we're doing curbside service, and Tina, we are taking in you know, some repairs that they can't wait. You know, I had a medical alert brought in yesterday, so those things are important, and we understand. So I am at the door, and we're trying to, you know, contact as least as possible. If you can put it in a little plastic baggie for me, I will definitely do my best to get Tina to help you up with that.
Yeah.
So another important thing that people want to know, Tina, do we do customs here?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Favorite part to do, it's trying to squeeze it in and still want the repairs to, you know, go out in good, you know, timely manner, but I don't want the customs to wait for too long either, because that's always the fun part. And, you know, want to get in touch with a little of what these pieces mean or what these stones mean, to arrange them accordingly into a piece that's custom, because you want to keep a little bit of the sentimental value or sometimes the original piece into it. So
You made a custom piece for me, what, 5 years ago? Now, maybe 6 years ago now. It was a while ago, and I love it. You put so much care into it and so much thought that it was just a fantastic experience to work with you on it. You just looked at it and went, okay, I know what you want. And then 2 weeks later, there it was.
they've been doing it for a few years.
Yeah, one or two.
It's amazing. I mean, jewelry, it has such a sentimental value to people, and honestly, like, I could almost cry up thinking of some of the experiences that I've had with customers. So it you know, when a loss of a pet or a family member, I mean, equally important here for us, because, you know, it's pulling at your heartstrings, and Tina has been so great about taking X amount of things and pull them together. But I will say, for those who do want to do customs, when you come in, it's really awesome if you can try to have a concept in mind before you come in, because when you come in with a bag of jewelry, it's really hard for us to kind of envision what you want. Do you want a ring? Do you want a necklace? So just take some time. We're always going to be here, so don't take your time. Understand, you know, what's important to you, what you want to do. Do some research online. Even if you Google images, pendants,
do you
or
want
whatever.
a ring, or do you want a pendant or a bracelet? That's
It's really what's important to you, because we want to pull that all together for you. So when you come in, if you want to try to figure out, you know, what you want to do, normally when you come in, if you can make an appointment, that's great. Obviously, this is when we're out of COVID world. And the sales associates here are really informed. Tina has been doing a great job. We are learning every day. I've been here almost 12 years, and I'm still learning every single day. So you start with the sales associate. We try to get the bulk of what information we need down, and then at that point, a lot of times I will, whoever, say it's myself, work with Tina, and we will pull together what we need to make this custom piece, you know, from start to finish for you, get estimates and stuff. So Tina will probably at some point have to come into the process, but not initially. So you come in, you start with the sales associate.
At first, the sales associate here is very, very well educated. Why? Because many jewelry stores that don't have a goldsmith on site, they know what they know. But with here, it's a bit of a privilege,
huge blessing.
And it's so nice, because the more they know, the less I have to do and more helpful it is. So they're very well educated, more than a lot of sales people in other stores, because they get to work closely with me. And I teach them, well, this is the reason why, and this is how we do this. And for them to go through all the customers and do the pre-screening is very, very important for them to do for me. While they're sitting here for 40 minutes or an hour with the customer, that's that hour that I have to work on customers' repairs and the custom. So we want to take my time at the bench. The more, you know, the better.
The least amount of time, because I mean, sometimes it can take 5 minutes to kind of get a concept, but sometimes it can take like an hour. And taking her off the desk, because not only does she do our Truro repairs, she also does New Glasgow and our Sydney store. So we have 2 goldsmiths in our Riverview store, and they take some of the volume of New Glasgow, but Tina solely does Truro, which is our highest volume of repairs, I would think. And Sydney, the store is evolving, and they're more apt to, because they know Tina. She's been doing this, what, 2 or 3 years? I don't want to age her now.
I was gonna say she started when she was 10. So
Let me just say, I went to Goldsmith College back in 1993.
And she's been doing it ever since.
So
Tina, how do you become a goldsmith?
Honestly, for me, it was just being 18 and just not knowing what I wanted to do, but I knew I liked jewelry and I liked crafts. I was like, oh, that sounds interesting, and I went into it and never looked back.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
And you're
so
so good at it. Like
you honestly, it's a special person. Like people who, she honestly is an artist. For people who like say do tattoos, it takes a special person to be a tattoo artist. It takes a special person to be a nurse. But Tina is so creative, and we're so fortunate to have it. So she's been with us a long 12, 13 years?
12 years.
12 years she's been here. So, yeah.
But I've been doing it for 28, I think, now.
Yeah. So she definitely deserves the Master Goldsmith title.
Yeah.
For sure.
And yes, a girl can be a goldsmith.
yes, she can.
So, what about Tina? I know a lot of people have questions for us for coming in. Like, how do I care for my jewelry? So, what do we tell people? Because Tina she's so good that if I bring in a ring and say, Tina, look at this ring. It's like pretty rough shape. She goes, I think they've been lifting weights with their rings on. So,
I can tell. No line.
yeah,
Goldsmith CSI.
she's so good. So, what kind of things can you tell for jewelry? Like for rings. Let's go with rings first.
You go into the gym to work on your body, your physical appearance and health. Your hands don't need to have your pretty rings on. Leave those at home. Put them on a chain around your neck if you're not comfortable, but don't, because the weights, they have the little rough grit on it, so when you pick it up, it's like you're picking up a file. It grinds the ring, and I can tell there's little in it damages. And if your ring spins and there's diamonds and you grab your weight, you break your diamond.
Yeah.
You can break diamonds. They're not indestructible, that's for sure. And it just wears the claws. There's no need for it.
How about wearing them to bed? Do you recommend wearing them to bed?
Why? You're not going to see it. You're not going to put jewelry in bed. Nobody's going to see you in bed when you're in jewelry, and then you're sleeping, and then you go like this to your chain and rip it off your neck. I've seen that numerous times. People say, "Oh, I just woke up and it was in my bed."
Yeah.
So,
Another thing we know is the changes, they stretch too, because you are pulling, you don't realize. So you initially bought it at an 18-inch, and now why is it a 22-inch? Why? Well, because these links that were this way are now like this, and they're all pulled out. So
you don't always realize when you drop it off, and then you come pick it up. It's like, oh, this is not my chain. My chain was not as long. It's like, because last time you had it on your neck, it was this length, but you pulled it off in your sleep, and now it's this long. It is your chain. It's just damaged.
Just like washing your face, you should just always get in the habit of taking off all your jewelry.
Yeah.
I mean, little threads in your quilts. I mean, they're pulling back on your claws. Like, it's little things that you don't think of, right? But Tina sees it every single day, and she can almost tell the story about your ring without you even having a conversation with her. So.
And what about hand sanitizer, Tina? Like, we're constantly putting hand sanitizer on.
I feel like your jewelry is probably caked with hand sanitizer, like the rest of your hands are too. Personally, I haven't seen too many things, but I've heard a lot of people saying that, with their silver, or, it's a combination sometimes of the hand sanitizer and, your hands or stuff you handle. Like I've seen a lot of random stuff happen.
Tarnishing.
And everything just looks not as shiny anymore. So, just as simple as cleaning it with a mild soapy water and an old toothbrush,
Yep.
Yeah.
Something.
So when people's rings are white gold and they don't have that super bright polish anymore, why is that, Tina? What makes the rings do that?
I'd say about 99.99% of white gold jewelry that you buy has a rhodium, a coating that mimics almost like platinum, so it's white. A lot of people will say, well, my ring used to be white gold and now it's turning yellow. It's not turning yellow. It's just that the coating on it is gone. All gold is yellow. It's the alloy that you mix with it that changes the color of the gold, but it always has a little yellowish tinge.
Yeah.
But when you put the rhodium, bright white.
Yeah. So basically, a rhodium plating is wearing off. So people, on average, will bring it in probably twice a year to get it dipped back in that white gold. And for people who, once upon a time when rhodium wasn't really a thing, like I find when you had a ring for 20 years and you don't, why is my ring not as white anymore? And it's like they didn't understand the process before. So it's really exciting when they drop it off and then you stand back to them and like, whose rings are these? It's so beautiful. So it's awesome. Yeah. So another thing is we do plating inspections here, not only for our own jewelry. If you bought your jewelry somewhere else, Tina does plating inspections for jewelry not bought here. And all of our pieces, so if you dropped off like 4 pieces, it's $5 per piece, unless it's like a set, like an engagement ring and a band. And all of our donations, we do it as a donation, and it goes to the Colchester Community Workshop. Every store has a different charity that they do it for, but for our location here, we do it for the Colchester Community Workshop. So it's honestly, it's a great cause. It's a win-win. You're getting beautiful jewelry back, and we're donating.
Potentially saving you money from losing your stone if you need work.
Exactly.
Because it could be your grandmother's ring, your great grandmother's ring.
Yeah.
Of course, the jewelry stores may not be around anymore. So
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't had your ring done in a really long time, we've seen this case as well. We hate to call it. We call it like body junk or flour. Like, she's like, Shine, come here, I want to show you something. She threw a ring in the Sonic, and we could tell that the person had just made maybe cookies or biscuits the day before. And there was flour in it, and it dropped in the Sonic, and it was just like poof. There was like a little cloud of.
just a little cloud.
So it's really interesting. So sometimes that stuff kind of holds your diamonds in place. So once Tina cleans them, so actually, why don't you talk about what's the starting process? Like when people come in and want their rings cleaned, we don't mind doing like a quick service here with the sales staff up front. But for Tina, it's not just a quick 5-minute process. Start to finish. What's the process of cleaning jewelry?
Start to finish, I open the job bag, I look it up, and if it's a little dirty, biscuit dough, or a little bit of, believe it or not, people
Paint.
Paint,
Yeah.
gardening. I've pulled little pebbles out of underneath rings. I have hair for dog groomers and hairdressers. I just clean it up a little, and then I take a look at every single stone, and I have a little X-Acto knife, and I touch every single one, see if they're moving. And if they are, I need to tighten them. So when people see a quick, clean inspection, there's no such thing. We clean, we look. It's fine, it's quick if there's nothing wrong, but a lot of times there's stones that are loose, and it takes time to tighten every single one of them. So I clean it up a little, and then make sure everything's nice and tight. Then we go to the buffer. We use the first wheel to remove the bigger scratches. Then we go to the second wheel, which makes it shiny. And then it has to sit in the cleaner. And
depending on how much junk's in the ring.
depending how dirty it is underneath.
Yeah.
I've had rings sit in my cleaner for a day, and there was still some stuff. I have to pluck stuff out and steam it out, and then I sit on my desk again with it, and I look at it at every single stone, touch see if they're moving, if they're spinning, if they're loose, we tighten them, and then need some claw work. Then I have to sit there and draw it out and just write down so customers know where their money's being spent. I don't say, it's going to be $200. Well, why $200? So I write it down so the staff can tell the customer, because you need this tightened, you need so many claws done, and this is the price it's going to be. So doing a quick cleaning is not really a thing, especially for white gold. Well, to redo the rhodium, you have to remove the old rhodium first. You can't just recoat on top. Recoating on top, it turns milky and white. It's just not a good thing. The old stuff and it's time consuming to take that off. And then you inspect, and then you re-rhodium it too. So it's so many steps. And
I was gonna say, even the name of it, just saying getting my ring dipped, makes it sound so quick.
Yeah.
It's like, you're dipping an ice cream cone at Dairy Queen, but it's not.
That's quick.
Exactly, but it's not that simple of a process.
It's not. No, for sure. And it's so amazing when they come out though. They look so clean, so it's beautiful.
And just to drop it off and wait for it, well, again, it's assuming that I have idle time. I got nothing to do. I have weeks and weeks of, work to do. So everybody has to wait their turn. I know you don't want to go without. You hate to go in without. But you're gonna hate going without even more if you go without. Your diamond is gone now all of a sudden. Now that's expensive, and you still gonna have to go without for me to repair it.
Yes.
So might as well go without for a day or two and know that everything's fine, and then move on with your life. So
Yeah.
So for examples of that, so something like this, you have your 4-claw diamond ring. So, something like this is a dream for Tina to inspect.
it's awesome.
Yeah, because how many claws are you looking at here?
4 claws. So
4
I look
claws.
at it this way with the daylight, and you can see. Then I take my lube, and I also take my knife, and I just go like this and trying to see if it spins. and it's nice and snug, we're good to go. We give it a buff, a clean. Now that's a little quicker, that one, which is great.
How about something like this?
But this, okay, can you
Yes, it-
do,
This has diamonds all around the band, so.
so it's just a quick clean and inspection, just a quick, a dip.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. But every single stone needs to be touched and look, see if there's any gap in between. And, most of the time it's quick, clean inspection, but no, the stones are loose. We need to tighten them. There's a claw lifted. Oh, it's catching. Oh, it's because it's lifted. So that's time consuming to do that. And same for this one here too. And then we're gonna go and have to remove all the coating that's left over here, all there, and I have to go all here and all on the inside before I can do the rhodium again.
Yeah.
So,
How about this one?
And
Tina? How about that?
and then this one. She keeps bringing the worst.
Worst case scenario.
And
I mean, it's a beautiful,
it's a beautiful
ring,
ring, but
but
it takes time.
yeah,
Like you want to make sure every stone is good and secure in its setting, for sure.
It's time consuming, and I love doing it, but you need to give me the time to do it. And just saying, oh well, I just only have one. Yes, but that's you who just walked in. How about the 25 people that walked in before you today? And
who all have that ring like that.
exactly, and the 50, it's like, I know, because when you walk into a jewelry store and there might be a person or two being waited on, or maybe you come in and there's nobody, doesn't mean there's no lineup. Like, I have the invisible lineup in the shop of people that are waiting for stuff to be done. Sometimes I don't have the parts, I have to order them. So when that part comes in, I look at the date that originally got dropped off, and it goes in line accordingly. It doesn't skip the line, it just goes right back to where it was.
Yeah.
So, and
And kind of give you an example of what gold.
Yeah.
So
Let's see if this
for-
will show up.
For the ladies who are thinking, oh, their husbands don't want them. So when you're dropping off your rings for clean inspection, like we just took a ring here, so you basically can see how it's all kind of scratched up and
It's
stuff.
been loved.
You can
It's
tell.
been loved,
Yeah,
right? It's been worn.
It's been worn.
And
So
she-
when you bring it in, the goldsmith, Miss Tina, will buff and polish
You can
it.
see,
so
you can see me. Hello.
underneath you can see the line.
You can see the line between the two. Like we've had people come in who have been doing things like our TV commercials and things, and Tina will buff up their ring for them, and they're just amazed.
Amazed, yeah. Because the guys deserve to look good too.
Of course they
girls.
do.
Yeah. So I don't know if anyone had any questions on there, Michelle. Did anyone bring up?
No,
Okay, so-
but if anybody has any questions, we will answer them after the fact. If you
absolutely.
want to throw any on there, but
So Tina, thank you so much.
thanks, Tina.
This is the beautiful face who makes your
Yes.
jewelry nice and beautiful. So with Mother's Day being a couple days,
Yeah.
I think we will look at a couple pieces, last minute deals. So we
Sounds
can have going on.
good. Let Tina get back to her invisible line.
Thank you, Tina. You're welcome. She said, as you can see, she's going in behind.
Yep.
This is her shop, the studio. So, just
what do
another
we
couple-
have?
These are, so just some other new pieces here. Look at these pieces together. You can buy one, you can buy two, you can buy all four.
That's gorgeous.
So even if you want to get like one piece for Mother's Day and maybe,
And this is
birthday's
a new
coming up.
line we're carrying as well,
Yeah.
right, Char?
It's Kinsley and Arnell, so it's a beautiful line. And now that I've said it, my phones, all our phones are going to be.
These are
showing
available online as well.
Exactly. So we have them online there.
Yeah. Go where
Some
you want to go
nice
now. Oh,
rose
these,
gold
yeah.
hoops. These hammered hoops are really.
They're not
really
hoops,
pop-
honey.
I mean, sorry. Oh my God, Michelle. I need more coffee. I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay.
These hammered balls are very, very popular. So these are rose gold. We have them. This is the biggest addition to these. There are smaller ones as
You
well.
see, those are 10 millimeter, I
I think
think.
these ones are 8.
Okay, they're
These
8.
are
Yep.
8. So these, and they're basically just gold balls, and
Yeah.
they're hammered, and they give them a little bit of sparkle.
Yeah.
They're not hoops. And for mom who doesn't do hearts, I mean, especially for those, the kids, if they want to buy their mom a heart necklace, it's very popular on Mother's Day, that's for sure. And then we'll go to the front here.
Did we want to fill in on a little bit of pricing just in
So
case
this
people are
one's
wondering?
$159, and we're still
That's
tax free.
great. And those studs aren't I'm like trying to remember off the top of my
How
head.
much these ones
Yeah.
are? I think these ones are the $149 ones,
Okay.
and I think they start at $89.
Yeah, and these are around
So each bracelet, this is a double one.
Yes.
So 49 to 69 range.
Yep. Perfect. Just because I know people will ask.
Absolutely, yeah. And most of the stuff is online, and bear with us, guys.
Yep.
Every day we're diligently working to put things online.
Exactly. If it's not online right now,
By the
it'll
end of
be
the day,
online
we're
by the
all
end of the
good.
day.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So these 2 rings, we just got them in yesterday, so that was great that we're able to show them today. So obviously, mom rings are super popular for Mom's Day.
Yep.
$279 and $379.
Those
So
are
in between, and the mom one, it has a little diamond. And they have the 2-tone with the white and the yellow, so it's great. Kind of gives a little extra flair.
Yep.
And some
these
dangly
are sweet.
earrings. Great. Like for myself, where I have long hair, I love a good dangly
Yes.
earring. These are not currently online right now. We were checking before the website, but
Yeah.
these are $3.99. So you just
And they're super light.
they're
like
super light, and they're so cute.
Yes.
Um,
Where you want to go? This
Go
way?
here, bangle.
Yeah.
Nice 2-tone bangle, and it's nice and solid. It has a really great double clasp
Yeah.
on it, so you won't lose it.
Very like Greco looking.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yep. So I think it's around $1,200 for that one, because gold is a little bit expensive right now.
It's true.
And then Circle of Love, forever lasting love. You love your mama for life. So $219. And this one's in white gold and
That's
has
beautiful.
little diamonds around the circle.
Yep.
So $219 for that piece. And then if your mom's been really good, it's a beautiful statement piece. I love it. It's a 2-tone, the diamonds down, the white gold on the side. And for this one, you're looking at $750 out the door.
That's
And they have
beautiful.
matching earrings as well. It is a beautiful piece. And I love these pieces where the company, they did 3 different jump rings.
That's fantastic because, sometimes you want a little longer.
Exactly.
Or, we all have different size necks.
You do. And put it on your top.
Yeah.
There's so many factors. So I think it's such a great feature to have that. So, and just so you know, most
I guess we just caught Tiffany walking by, so.
most of the pieces that I'm wearing, like this watch
yes.
and this neck piece and these earrings, most of the stuff that I'm wearing as well is for sale. So
Yep.
if there's anything that I'm actually wearing, which I have sold a couple pieces that I've been wearing, is also available to buy.
Exactly.
And for those girls who don't have pierced ears,
Those are
actually
clip-ons.
clip-on earrings, and they're super cute. So if you want to...
And those are mica,
They are
right?
mica.
And they're not online, but they are available in store. And now with Mother's Day, today's Thursday, so Mother's Day is quickly approaching.
Absolutely.
What is the easiest way to get something for Mom before we close on Saturday afternoon?
Curbside pickup is so easy. I don't know if you can see behind there. I think it's
Nice,
the
'cause, yeah.
there's bags over there. Just call me. I can do credit card over the phone.
Yep.
And I will wrap it for you. I've been gift wrapping like crazy this week. Gift wrap it for you, and I'll hand it through the door to you. So.
And that's the same in our Pictou store. I moved New Glasgow to Pictou. Our New Glasgow store and our Sydney store are doing the same thing. Lee and Paula are both on hand to answer the phone and answer their email. Riverview is open as usual.
Yep.
We're tax-free across the board, online and in store. Online, if you choose curbside pickup, if something is not in the store that you chose for curbside pickup, we're trying our best to get it there as soon as possible. But the easiest thing right now might be to just give you a call.
Yeah, I have the phones off the hook right now, so I apologize if you were calling. But the phones have been very busy. So if I miss your call for some reason because I'm on the other phone, I will call you back. If not, please call back,
Yep.
and I will do my best to get everybody taken care of. Moms deserve a little treat, and Dad's Day's coming up too.
It
but
is.
We'll talk about that in another show.
Exactly.
But yes, please take care of your moms and take care of yourself. We are in a crazy world right now.
Mm-hmm.
Please be safe. I am being as safe as I can. I'm hand sanitizing so much. I don't think I have fingerprints left. I want to make sure that you guys are safe when I'm packaging up your products.
Yes.
I'm being very diligent in making sure that everything I touch has been sanitized. So thank you so much for your support,
Yes,
guys.
thanks to everyone.
Our online is doing well right now. So we appreciate everything, every little gesture. If it's a $20 pair of earrings, we super appreciate it. So thank you so much.
Exactly. And we'll be back next week. We're going to do this twice a week until we're open again, at least. So
hopefully it's only a couple more weeks.
exactly.
But you know
Exactly.
what? We'll see.
We'll see what we're doing. So we'll be back Tuesday afternoon at 2:00, and I'll post what we're going to talk about. We have to talk about what we're going to talk about.
We haven't talked about that yet.
It's
so
true.
If there's something that you guys would like,
Yes.
feel free to tell us as well. if what you like, if there's something that interests you or you want to learn a little bit more about.
Let us
I'm super
know.
grateful for Tina. She's not comfortable behind the camera or talking to people, but I'm super grateful for her.
Oh, she knows so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, guys.
All right.
Have a
Yeah.
great day.
Thanks, everyone.